Welcome, everyone, to a piece of college football history as we crown this season's national champion. There's been so much that's gone into getting here, twists and turns, and now it builds to this, the battle for supremacy. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the number 2 seed in this playoff, the Georgia Southern Eagles, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Florida Atlantic Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, everything has been building to this. It's time for the national championship. Let's crown a champion. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. Returner decides to fair catch this. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And here's the handoff. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
What a nice call here to start this national championship game off with a physical run. I think this offensive line has been a strength all year long, and here they get this game started the right way.
Quarterback making adjustments down to what the defense is showing. Looking to throw it on first down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. Going to bring up second down.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. And now the handoff. A change of direction. 6-yard gain sets up a 3rd and 4.
I really like to see the counter mixed in there with your base concepts to keep the defense honest. Now, they didn't burst a big run, but if you keep mixing it in as the game progresses, you might catch the defense over pursuing.
Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
There are a lot of times when you see a sack like this, you got to give a lot of credit to the coverage downfield. I don't think the quarterback really felt good about anybody being open, so he held the ball just a little bit too long and allows the defense to come up with the first sack of the game.
Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain in return. Guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll run it here. That one moves the ball across the 40.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They're going to run the option. Bites off a defender. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly. And the Eagles will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. On 3rd and short, they hand the ball off. Breaks loose at the 45. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Golden Eagles.
What a long run for the touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. The kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And the Florida Atlantic offense takes the field again. Last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? That run takes it across the 30-yard line. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. A gain makes it 2nd and medium. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. The sophomore able to get home with the sack.
Chris, I think we're starting to see a theme here in this national championship, and to me it's this defensive pressure. I don't know if I thought that prior to this game, but now that we're watching it here in this first half, that's the 2nd sack. They're getting after this quarterback in a big way today.
We come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Good throw to the left. He makes the grab. Big gain, moves the ball across midfield to the 45.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a first down. He'll hand it off. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
Shotgun formation here on 3rd down. He's moving out of the pocket now. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
This is the 6th play on the drive. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Trying to extend the play. And he'll wisely throw that one away. Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. There's the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
8th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. He's escaping the pocket now. And he's got his man open downfield. He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have 1st and goal right there.
What a great route here by this tight end on 3rd down. And the quarterback does a smart thing by looking for the big fella. Who's your best friend on 3rd down? Of course, the tight end. And now we've got 1st and goal.
Very efficient on 3rd down. And now it's 1st down and goal. In the red area, it's Lacey. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Owls. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution with championship pressure, Kirk.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional on how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
Here's the fair catch by the return man. Here comes the Georgia Southern offense back on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? The offense with some pre-snap motion. They're going to run it here. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Second down play coming up for this offense. From the gun, he looks for an open man. He's got it for a big gain. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Eagles.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Well, of course, you know about the receivers, those vertical shots, but here's an example. You get the ball to the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Coverage team brings down the returner. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half to talk strategy here. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. From the shadow of the goal line, looking to throw the ball. Escapes the pocket. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Georgia Southern, 14. Florida Atlantic, 7.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half.
Timeout, Georgia Southern.
Second down after that previous play. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Second down, looking to throw it. Looking to make a play deep downfield. Deep shot ball's incomplete, but a lot of contact there, and here comes the penalty flag.
Man, playing defensive back has got to be the toughest job out there right now in college football. You get isolated on islands against these freaky, talented receivers. It's hard enough to be able to stay up with them and try to make a play on the ball. And often,
he fires this throw and is intercepted. Takes the pick to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. For the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender, Kirk.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows him what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
And here's the return from inside the 5. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. comes the FAU offense back out on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick-6 in the last possession. Looking to set up a screen pass here. They're finally able to stop him, but the defense is fooled a bit on that screen play. It's a solid gain for a first down.
Boy, this is great execution here on this screenplay to the running back to pick up big yards and a first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because they're going to throw the screen on you.
They tackle him right at the 35-yard line. Second down after that run on the previous play. Somebody up there got a little too antsy at the line of scrimmage. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Important second down play coming up. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Pass falls incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete.
Third down was complete. Runs out of bounds at the 39-yard line. Now, fourth down.
The offense stays on the field. The coach is going to go for it on 4th and 2 in his own territory. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. He'll take a deep shot here. Can't connect downfield. Incomplete and a turnover on downs. Defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup.
Oh, my gosh, a drop pass here on this fourth down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a first down.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Golden Eagles. A big gain, and the offense will obviously decline the penalty. But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the returner is brought down. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Catch made wide open way downfield. Finally brought down to the 13-yard line. An enormous gain puts him in great scoring position. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Here's a 1st and 10 play. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Looking to the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
Boy, when this guy gets out of the pocket and starts to create, you kind of hold your breath knowing what he can do. But how about the defense here? They did a good job of forcing him to throw and taking away the scramble.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a 1st and goal for this offense. The defense backed up against their own end zone. Try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. Kicking team on now for the extra point.
As a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
Florida Atlantic, 14.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Georgia Southern's offense retakes the field now. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments? Come up with a stop here.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Here's the second down play. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. They've got him, but not before making first down yards as they move the ball to the 41.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. Just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
First and 10 play coming up. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. He's found some room at the 45. Brought down at the 18, and suddenly this offense is in the red zone. And the Eagles will come to the line to run the hurry-up. Defense bunching at the line, showing blitz. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some...
He runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles.
This is just a great job by the offensive coordinator and the quarterback. Seeing a weakness from the defense, taking advantage of a lack of numbers, using the design QB run, and putting 6 on the board.
And the point after is right down the middle. Now they get set to kick it away. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And the Florida Atlantic offense takes the field again. This has been a rough first half. They'll have to regroup in intermission. But in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. Looking to scramble now. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle. The offense going with the hurry-up. He'll hand it off. Good enough for first down yardage.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing a screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early, obviously, and the defense reacts quickly and can sniff it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late and potentially get sacked. You've got to make sure it hits just right for this play to work.
That run sets up an important third down call for this offense. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, FAU.
What a combination. This quarterback and this receiver. What I love here is the quarterback does a good job of not waiting too long. You're going to run out of room if you do. Got the ball out early enough to give the receiver a chance to not only make the catch, but to get his feet down for that touchdown.
PAT cuts it to a 14-point game, 35-21. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And here comes the Eagles offense back on the field. Interesting position here. How aggressive do they get to try to add to this lead before halftime? And they hand it off to the back. The gain is 3 yards. Brings up a 2nd down and 7. And the offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards. They're on 1st and 10.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. He's moving out of the pocket. Looking to scramble. Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
How about the defense's effort here? You're dealing with one of the more athletic quarterbacks in the country. Anytime he scrambles, you better have 3 or 4 guys pursuing the football. They do a good job of affecting his rhythm by pressuring him to the whistle.
And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Throws it to the right. It is complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
That's another positive game here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
1st down, looking to throw the football. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a 1st down.
This is really what separates a good running back from a great running back. Instead of just being a check down or a possibility involved in the screen game, this guy's actual wide receiver lined up in the backfield. That time you could see the versatility and what he brings to the table. He can come up with a big play.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking for his big tight end. And the pass is incomplete. We're down to just 4 seconds remaining.
This is one of the beauties of rushing 3 and dropping 8. Quarterback sits back there and has to find an open receiver. And you've got 8 men in coverage. The quarterback holds the ball and holds the ball and holds the ball. And eventually, even with just 3, eventually they get home and affect him.
No problem. Knocks it right through. And that will extend their lead even further. Miller's going to wrap up the 1st half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The kickoff team out there now to get the 2nd half underway. This one will be fair caught. Here comes the Georgia Southern offense back on the field. First play of the 2nd half, they keep it on the ground. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Well, this defense is going to have to mix up some looks because this back has had a monster day in the national championship. Running inside, running outside. The defense has got to do a good job of locking in on him to negate his big play ability.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs.
Another positive gain by this back. I tell you, between the offensive line sustaining blocks and this back's vision and ability to explode into that 2nd level of this defense, this guy is having a monster day in the biggest stage of all in the national championship.
Just throws it away, but takes a big hit in the process. So second down after the incompletion. Defense looking to dial up some pressure here. After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. Oh, the pass is picked off. Look out, he's got some space. So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
Boy, just when it looked like they had complete control of the national championship, they turned the ball over. The only real mistake they could have made to give their opponent a chance to get back into the game, and they've done it.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, there's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of the quarterback trying to throw a football. And on this play, they end up flushing him out to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football. That's what led to this incompletion.
The pickup is just 3 yards. Now it's 3rd down and 7. Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. They're finally able to stop, and the quarterback brings the big man down. Not easy to do with that size difference. Trying for a 4th down completion. He's looking to scramble. Brought down to the 46, good enough for a 1st down.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there, play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the 1st down by himself.
Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
Well, here we are in the national championship, and you always talk about offense, and it is. It's become an offensive game, but how fitting to see this defense. This team has a nice lead, and a large portion of that has to do with the way they've been able to get after this quarterback. That's the 2nd sack in this game.
And sack sets up 2nd down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Catch made on the right side. That's a nice scramble there. A big gain, but not enough for the 1st down.
Well, that's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss. Just having one of those dream performances.
Receiver makes the catch. He's tackled inside the 35 and picks up a 1st down. No huddle here for the offense.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the 2nd half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a 1st down. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He picks up 9, so just short of the 1st down, 2nd and 1.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense.
Between the defensive defensive scheme and the athletic ability of this front and the linebackers getting pressure as well. The way they've been able to harass this quarterback has a lot to do with why they're enjoying such a big lead in the national title.
An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. And he'll drop back here on third down. On the run here. Let's it go. She'll throw to the sideline, forced out after just a short gain.
Gets out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Offense facing fourth down.
Still down by double digits in the third quarter. They're going to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. He's moving out of the pocket. And it's incomplete under heavy pressure. A big fourth down stop.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here, you draw it up perfectly, you think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
Pitch play to the back. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll run it from the gun. He stopped, but he gets a first down. And the quarterback dropping back. Tries the right with a quick throw. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Good enough for a fresh set of downs. They'll spot the ball at the 40.
Well, I think the offense lulled the defense to sleep here. You think that they're just working the clock here and running the football, and then they throw and surprise you and get some positive yards downfield just to keep this defense honest.
And the Eagles with 1st and 10 here. They'll try to run it with the option. Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there. Getting set. Here's second down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
You know, they've got a lead here late in the game, and the play calling, I think, shows you how much confidence they have in this quarterback. He's had a pretty clean game today, and this decision to still throw the ball with the lead.
Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. And the beatdown continues.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
And he knocks through the PAT. And the kickoff will be returned. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. Comes the FAU offense back out on the field. Remember last time, they were going on 4th down and got stopped. The opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here. Pressure is coming. Sacked. It's a loss back to the 6.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Backed up the 6-yard line. It's 2nd and long. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, this quarterback's trying to do everything he can to give this play a chance. He gets out of the pressure off to his right. But man, did he take a hit and wasn't able to complete this pass.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Pitch to the back. And it'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
You get to the national championship, Chris, you'd love to see more balance. They've not been able to run the football the entire game, putting everything on this quarterback in their passing game.
They bring the punter onto the field now. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. Georgia Southern's offense retakes the field now. Their last possession was a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive. And the defense come up with answers this time. Finds room at the 30. And bulldozing his way through. Touchdown, Golden Eagles. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly. That's another touchdown, a dream performance for this running back on the biggest possible stage.
I mean, Chris, we're talking about the national championship. This defense has had a lot of time to prepare. They've heard all about him. In fact, they told us the only chance we have to win this game is we've got to stop their ability to run the ball and stop their running back. So far, they're struggling.
First play of the drive now from the 25. They'll hand it off.
Boy, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. That's the 2-minute warning here. This offense desperate to cut into this lead and then try to get the football back. Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order on this play. Looking for a gap. It's Lacey. Only a short gain in that run. Defense able to pen him in.
Chris, as this clock winds down, it has been a rough day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going. You hope they're able to go back, look at the film, try to learn from the mistakes, and come out the next week looking much better than they did today.
And here comes the Eagles offense back on the field. What a satisfying feeling for this team. Just run out the clock and let the celebration begin. And the ball to the ground. Offense recovers the fumble, maintains possession. And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground.
You know, sometimes, Chris, we get caught up in the speed and the quickness, and obviously those are important assets to have as a running back. But what you just saw from this guy, and he's had a pretty good day, is his ability to break tackles in the open space. And he gets through those arm tackles. You can see what he's capable of doing after being able to shake free with the speed that he has.
So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration.